A US military drone fired a Hellfire missile at an unidentified object in the sky. It hit. The object was knocked sideways and then it just kept flying. No damage, no explanation. The US government has no idea what it was. And that's not even the strangest thing in files just released by the US government. On Friday, the Department of Defense dropped 162 previously classified documents pulled from FBI, NASA, and State Department and 6 other agencies onto a brand new government website. White typewriter front, black background, designed to go viral. Humanity has been asking the same question for thousands of years. Are we alone? But for the last 80 years, since a farmer in New Mexico found a wreckage he couldn't identify in the summer of 1947, that question stopped being philosophical. It became governmental, it became classified, and it became somehow a matter of national security. Today we are going to trace full arc. From the earliest modern sightings, through the secret programs, the Congressional hearing, and all the way to the moment a military missile hit something in the sky and we still don't know what it was. In 1947, in New Mexico, a farmer finds a debris across his land. Metallic, strange, unlike anything he has ever seen. The US Army Air Force initially announced they have recovered a flying disc. Within 24 hours, they retracted. It was a weather balloon, they say. The cover-up or the clarification, depending on who you ask, has fueled conspiracy theories for 8 decades. What's undeniable is what happened next. The US Air Force launched Project Blue Book, a formal investigation into UFO sightings that ran from 1952 to 1969. They investigated over 12,000 reported incidents. They explained most of them weather phenomena, aircraft misidentification, but 701 cases were officially filed as unresolved, unexplained, unknown. And then the project was quiet. Then this RB-47 incident in 1947. A US Air Force aircraft was tracked by an unidentified object for over 700 miles across multiple states. The object was detected simultaneously by aircraft radar, ground radar, and visually by the crew. It performed maneuvers impossible for any known aircraft of the era, filed unresolved. After Blue Book closed in 1969, the official position was simple: there is nothing to investigate, move on. And publicly, government did. But the sightings didn't stop. Pilots kept reporting them, radar operator kept tracking them, but a culture of silence enforced by career risk and institutional embarrassment meant most incidents went unreported. What filled the void was folklore. Alien abduction, Area 51, crash retrievals. Some of it was genuine witness testimony from credible people who had no reason to fabricate. Some of it was noise, but the decades of official dismissal meant that there was no mechanism to separate the two, no system to investigate, no language to even discuss it professionally, and that was, in hindsight, a catastrophic institutional failure. Then 2020 happened. The US Navy did something it had never done before. It officially declassified 3 videos recorded by FA-18 Super Hornets, fighter jets equipped with most advanced sensors in the American military. And what those sensors recorded were objects now called Tic Tacs, flying in ways that defy everything we understand about physics, aerospace technology. No visible propulsion, no wings, no exhaust, moving at extraordinary speeds, changing direction instantly. One of the pilots, Commander David Fravor, an 18-year-old Navy veteran, described an object that dropped from 80,000 feet to sea level in seconds. Then it accelerated away faster than anything he had ever seen. The Navy official statement: they don't know what it was. Not a drone, not a weather balloon, not a misidentification unknown. Advanced sensors aboard multiple FA-18 detected and tracked the object simultaneously, ruling out equipment error. The object was also tracked on USS Princeton shipboard radar. Multiple sensors, multiple operators, multiple platforms, same result, no explanation. This was crack in the dam because you can dismiss an amateur video. You can dismiss a farmer in a field. You cannot easily dismiss footage from a Navy fighter jet authenticated by the Department of Defense, accompanied by radar data and pilot testimony from decorated military officers. The conversation had to change. And then, in 2025 came the moment that redefined the entire conversation. A recording presented at 225 US Congressional hearing shows footage from an MQ-9 Reaper drone, one of the most sophisticated unmanned military aircraft in existence. The drone was tracking a UAP. The operator made a decision. They fired a Hellfire missile at the object. The missile hit. Object was deflected, knocked off its trajectory momentarily, which means it's a real physical thing, not a sensor ghost, Not a reflection, something with mass, something that can be struck and then it continued flying. No damage, no slowing down, no debris, just gone. Let that sit for a moment. The United States military fired one of its most capable weapons at an unidentified object. It hit, and the object was unaffected. We have no material, no wreckage, no data on what it was made of, how it was powered, or who or what built it. What is clear is this: governments are watching, they are concerned, and for the first time in the living memory, they are beginning slowly, carefully, reluctantly to say out so loud. From the wreckage found by a farmer in New Mexico in 1947 to a Hellfire missile in 2025, the mystery hasn't shrunk. If anything, it's grown more precise, more documented, and more officially acknowledged than at any point in history. We still don't know what is the answer, but we are finally seriously asking the question: what do you think is behind it? Drop your theory below. If you want to go deeper on any of these cases, please subscribe.